the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
And now, please welcome Pastor Sam Foley from Port Orange, Florida, to deliver tonight's invocation.
Father, we ask today that you protect and bless those who participate in this race. May they use good sportsmanship and respect for each other. And we'll thank you and praise you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to one of the fastest half miles in the world, the site in Barberville, Florida. Welcome to Volusia Speedway Park, and welcome to the first round of the Dirt Slingers Racing League Monday Night Big Block Modified Series, presented by Racer Supply, Tim Sims, 1-8 Electric, School of Sim Racing, and Scott King Designs. My name is Zach Krieger. I'll be taking you through all of the action here on the Dirt Racing Network this season as we move into yet another modified season. The modifieds making a return here to the DSRL for the first time in about a year. My name is Zach Krieger. I'll be taking you through all of the action tonight, as always, and we are rolling in right into our qualifying sessions right now. 2 laps, 2 minutes for these drivers to put down the fastest time. Who will take the top spot? Right now, we're going to take a look at the number 54 machine. You might recognize this man, you might not, but I think once you hear his name, you will recognize Matt Westphal checking in here tonight in the 54 machine. Of course, the USAC sprint car and midget driver right now running with the modifieds tonight. First car out here in the machine. He should be in theory the first car for the lap time. Car out. Pits and in is will go second. Fall back down to the 68. Spot. We'll go back and we'll take a look here at the 37 machine of right now. Who goes quick time. He is at 16.19, 161 now. Keeping an eye here on Eiler for his second time by Brandon Eiler. One of the fastest men here in the Dirt Slingers Racing League. He'll go with 16.32, so his first time 16.19 will be his best. Taking a look here at Steve Lindau in that 21 machine, looking to get his first time in. Drivers will be about 5 seconds left here in qualifying, so they're going to have to get second quick. 15 drivers here tonight in the Racing League, and it just looks like Lindau will be able to get his one lap time. Flag allows him to get through. It will not, unfortunately. No time will be able to get registered, but a 16.19 for Braden Eiler will set up your quick time tonight. So congratulations to Braden Eiler picking up quick time, and you will see him here in heat race number 1. Heat race number 1 brought to you by Scott King Designs. It's going to look like this, starting from the pole in the 25 machine. That is Travis Johnson. Alongside him, the Boyd Power Sports number 21 of Garrett Boyd. Starting second, Scott Thomason Racing number 07 will be Christopher Morit. With Braden Eiler, a quick qualifier on the night, starting from 4th. Matt Westphal in the 54 machine and the Scott Thomason Racing number 6 of Scott Thomason will be starting from 6th. Steve Lindau, and that'll be Tim Nichols in the Tim Sims 10 machine. It should come up as 10. It'll be Tim Nichols, just for your knowledge. He'll be starting to chop it on here. As always, we need to thank all of our sponsors. Our sponsor right now is Scott King Design for high quality vinyl wraps, decals, and printed inside Scott King Design. Since 2003, Scott's your one-stop shop for all things graphics. Get in touch today at ScottKingDesigns.co. Scott, of course, a big fan of Slingers Racing League, always a supporter of the series, and we thank Scott for all of his continued support as we move into yet another season of the Dirt Slingers Racing League. Waiting for the back of this field to grid, as we should be getting ready to go heat racing here. 2 heat races on the night, this will be an 8-car heat race. Next heat race will be 7 for heat race number 2, and then we should be good to go for our feature event. So keep an eye here on our pole sitter, the 25 of Travis Johnson. Looking all but set up from the pole here. But you got some big names here. Can't count out Garrett Boyd, Braden Eiler, or Matt Westphal to stay at the very least Westphal quickest in practice, if I'm not mistaken. So those will be 3 drivers to keep an eye on to be 100% certain. But it is good to be back here, hearing the roar of these big block modifieds. These guys have been missing these cars, and I've been missing these cars to say the very least. It's good to see them back as we get ready to go here in heat race number 1. Scott King Design heat race number 1. Had a chance to see a Scott King design car actually this weekend. Eric Wilkie run with the Wisconsin Wingless Series. Picked up a B main win. King of the B main, Eric Wilkie. So congratulations to him. And once again, as always, thanks to Scott for his support. Thanks to Scott for making some great looking race cars. I also actually got to see the U2 of Jack Vanderboom and the 26 of Tyler Tischendorf as well. Also Scott King design cars with the Bumper Bumper IR race series out this weekend. But our attention turns to the DSRL Monday Night Big Block Modified Series as they're going to work their way through turns 3 and 4 and get ready to go racing here in Scott King Design Heat Race number 1 out of turn 4. We're green. Good start for the 25 of Johnson, but the 07 of Christopher Morat looking to the low line, going to try and sneak his way by at the end of the first lap. He will not have it. It'll be close at the line, but it's Johnson who had it. Morat going to sneak by down on that low side, be able to pull away. 3 wide through turn number 2. That's Eiler and Boyd splitting Morat. Moving up the few rows. Travis Johnson, though, still your leader. Now he's got Braden Eiler on the low line to deal with. Eiler in the 5 machine already up 2 positions. That 37 car on rails so far here in heat race number 1. He's up to your race lead as he's going to make his way down the back straightaway. Eiler, your leader. Johnson, Boyd, and Morat, your top 4. Remember, we're taking all of the cars to the main as we see Eiler flying on by. Braden Eiler, one of the only drivers on the low line right here, right now. He's making some good progress down on that low line. Morat now going to have some pressure from Matt Westphal right behind him. Westphal going to take a look to the outside line this time by. Morat, I think, kind of copying Eiler, running that low line, trying to stay just in front of USAC driver. Braden Eiler out front right now, 3 laps to go. We'll take a look back at the battle for second because Johnson's going to have some pressure here from Garrett Boyd. Garrett Boyd always a contender here when we talk about the big block modifieds. Boyd going to tap the inside wall, but he'll be side by side down the front straightaway. Johnson in the red car, Boyd in the black car with 2 laps to go. Garrett Boyd going to catfish the bottom. Travis Johnson going to rip the high line, see what he has. Down low, though, it is Garrett Boyd, your leader. Attention turns now to the front to Braden Eiler. 1 lap to go. The white flag is out. Braden Eiler started from the 4th place spot. He was your quick qualifier on the night. He's going to bring him through turns 3 and 4. And at turn number 4, he'll pick up heat race number 1, brought to you by Scott King Design. Garrett Boyd will bring him home 2nd. Travis Johnson 3rd. Christopher Morat 4th as they're going to wreck over the line. Steve Lindau 5th. 6th goes to Matt Westphal. 7th to Scott Thomason. So Braden Eiler picks up heat race number 1, and that will put us into heat race number 2. Heat race number 2 brought to you by Tim Sims. We'll take a look here at the grid here for heat race number 2. And starting from the pole in the 110 machine, that's going to be Kevin Hanley. He's out of New York with the number 73, a name synonymous with the Dirt Slingers Racing League. Larry Moody starting from 2nd. Jacob Schmutz in the 1 and Nathan Vossi in the 11, and all number 1, but there's a little difference from that 3rd and 4th place car. Roger Wagner in the Power Motorsports number 31. Cody Terry in the 8 machine going to start from 5th and 6th. Buddy Ware going to round out your 7-car heat race in the 49. Heat race number 2 brought to you by Tim Sims. Tim's Dirt Track Simulators have been bringing entertainment to local racetracks and traveling trade shows and race venues across the country since 2004. What started with a few guys hanging out playing a game in the basement has turned into a dream job for the owner. Tim Nichols comes from a family with a long history of dirt racing and has a passion for the sport. Tim brought his dreams to life by designing and building simulators for huge racing events, from the Knoxville Nationals to the Kings Royals, the Chili Bowl, the SEMA, and PRI shows. Tim Sims have been everywhere and anywhere in their 19 years. Join the fun today and book your event today at timsims.com. We thank Tim Sims for their support of heat race number 2 here with the Dirt Slingers Racing League. Kevin Hanley and Larry Moody on the front row, the 110 and the 73 machine. Gotta say, I do like Larry. He's rocking some more black and red cars recently. I know I saw it in the Monday Night Thunder series, and rocking a more red and black kind of, I like to think that's kind of a goldish color. So good to see that, and obviously good to see the 110 of Kevin Hanley as well. Both 2 very good looking cars, of course, but you can't take your eyes off of that pink Killa start shotgun on the field here, or almost shotgun on the field, the 31 of Roger Wagner. Eyes turn to Kevin Hanley. He will be your leader as they make their way through turns 3 and 4. Pace truck will pull off here at the end of turn number 4, and we'll get ready to go racing here for heat race number 2, brought to you by Tim Sims. Battle is behind Hanley. He will be your leader, but the 1 of Schmutz and the 11 machine of Nathan Vossi battling it out side by side at the line. Give it to Vossi in the 11. 3 wide through turns 1 and 2. Gets close there. Moody, I think a little bit of tapping on the wall there. Attention now turns to the battle for the lead. Nathan Vossi looking to the high line in that 5 machine, actually, I think it is. The 562 machine. Looking along the outside here of Kevin Hanley. Doesn't have anything quite yet. Through turns 3 and 4, they going down the front straightaway. Oh, Vossi gets a little bit into the wall. That's going to slow down his momentum. That's going to allow Jacob Schmutz to potentially get to the inside here. Down the back straightaway, Jacob Schmutz in that 1 machine. Going to look to the inside. Moody looking almost to the inside of Schmutz. Had to get on the binders there in order not to hit him. Slide up on into him. Vossi's still in that second place spot. Kevin Hanley still your leader. Top, or second and third side by side as they make their way down the back straightaway. That 562 machine and the 1 machine battling it out for the second place spot. Schmutz doesn't have it on the bottom. Moody once again takes a look to the inside. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to have anything for the top or for the second place spot, but it looks like he might have something for the third place spot heading into turns 3 and 4. We'll ride on board with Larry Moody here as he makes his way down the front straightaway. You can see just how close these drivers are getting to the wall on the inside of the raceway. Just trying to get every little aspect out of that car. And right now, it is Kevin Hanley out front who all the attention is on. The 110 machine and that 110 racing machine looking good and set near the front of the field. He's going to have a little pressure from Nathan Vossi going through turns 3 and 4. Doesn't look like it'll be enough. And out of turn number 4, Kevin Hanley will pick up heat race number 2, brought to you by Tim Sim. Nathan Vossi will bring home 2nd, Jacob Schmutz 3rd, Larry Moody 4th, Buddy Ware 5th, and Roger Wagner will round out our 6 cars here in heat race number 2. We'll enter into a short and brief warm-up session. We'll let you go and we'll pay a few bills. When we come back, we'll have the sights and sounds of the Dirt Slingers Racing League before we move on to our feature event. Stay tuned for feature racing coming right on up. back here, ladies and gentlemen, to the Dirt Racing Network. Right now in a warm-up session right before the feature, just letting our drivers get this track all sorts of worn in, make it really good for some good racing here in the feature. Letting you enjoy the sights and sounds of the Dirt Slingers Racing League as we wait for the track prep to be done. Of course, no actual track prep here in iRacing, so we just do it ourselves. That is the way it goes. So once we get ready for our feature event, we'll roll it back here into the booth, but until then, we'll just let you sit back and enjoy the sights and the sounds of the Dirt Slingers Racing League here at Volusia Speedway Park tonight. Alright, the time for talking and practicing is over, and it is time for our feature event here on the night as we get ready to go a very long distance here in our feature tonight. And their grid will look like this, starting from the pole. The driver out of Pennsylvania, your quick qualifier on the night, and the winner of heat race number 1 in the 5 machine, that's Braden Eiler. Alongside him, the winner of heat race number 2, Kevin Hanley, in the 110 will start from second. Garrett Boyd in the 21, and Nathan Volusia in the 562 will start from third and fourth. Travis Johnson in the 25 and Jacob Schmutz in the 1 will start on row number 3. Row number 4 will go to Christopher Morat and Larry Moody, with row number 5 being Steve Lindau and Buddy Ware, 9th and 10th. Matt Westphal and Roger Wagner will be starting from the 11th and 12th place spot, with Scott Thomas and Cody Terry and Tim Nichols not unfortunately making the call. So 12-car field ready to go racing here at Volusia for the first night of the Monday night Big Block Series presented by DSRL. 40 laps the distance here tonight as we get ready for some great racing action. Some big names to keep an eye on here, starting somewhat deep in the pack. Jacob Schmutz, one to think about. Garrett Boyd as well, starting from 3rd. Larry Moody was quickest in that little warm-up session. He's starting from 8th. Matt Westphal starting from, I want to say 10. Yep, so keep an eye on these guys behind to potentially pull up a little bit and see what they can do. Adam cheering on Roger in the Facebook or in the chat. It's good to see Roger having some fans. As we get ready to go, 40 laps of A main action here at Volusia Speedway Park for the first night of the DSRL Monday Night Big Block Modified Series. We're live from Volusia Speedway Park, and we are ready to go racing as these drivers work their way down the back straightaway. Braden Eiler, Kevin Hanley, Garrett Boyd, Nathan Volusia, Travis Johnson, Jacob Schmutz, Steve Lindau, Larry Moody, Buddy Ware, Matt Westphal, Roger Wagner. 12 cars, 40 laps of A-main action, and we're underway. A good jump for Braden Eiler. We'll keep an eye on the battle for second as Kevin Hanley and Garrett Boyd going at it for the second place spot. Nathan Vossi and Travis Johnson behind them, involving Steve Lindau as well down on that low line. 3 wide in the back of the field, but attention goes right back to the middle of this pack so we can see everything going on. We see a bottleneck kicking in a little bit here and there. Right now, though, it is all Braden Eiler out front, Garrett Boyd in the back. We've got a major stack up here. We've got a few cars around, and we've got a yellow flag coming out here for the first time tonight. 54 machine of Matt Westfall running into some issues. He'll make his way into the pit lane. We'll go back and see what happened, what caused that yellow flag. And it looks to be the 54 of Westfall. Unfortunately, gets into the wall on corner exit. I don't know if there was any additional help there. We'll go back and see potentially what may have caused that a little bit earlier. See Westfall down there on the bottom. Oh, I think he just gets a piece of the tractor tires at pit in and jacks his car up, and unfortunately Roger Wagner, and I think that was Tim Nichols, nowhere to go. Unfortunately get into Westfall, and Matt doing a little bit of crabbing all over the place. So an unfortunate end for Mr. Westfall's night. It was all Braden Eiler though there on that start. Kind of caught Garrett Boyd making a little bit of a move there to get to the back of him near the start of that race, but or start of that green flag run, but unfortunately wasn't meant to be so. We'll see if Boyd has anything for him this time. Has lights still on the iRacing pace truck, so waiting to see what the potential wait is for. As they will line them back up double file. Eiler and Boyd, a new front row. This is going to be 1-2. Keep an eye on as they work through turns 3 and 4. Let's try this once again, boys. Out of turn number 4, we're back underway here at Volusia. Once again, a good start for Braden Eiler, even behind him, 2 by 3 on back. Keeping an eye on the battle for the second place spot right now. It looks like Kevin Hanley down low has it for now. So we're just keeping an eye on. Look at the pack behind him. Moving up are a few of these drivers, just trying to see what they can get. So they work into the 3 and 4. Across the line, lap 6 being checked into the books, lap 5 being checked out. Side by side for the 4th place spot right now. And we're keeping an eye on the battle for the second place. Sorry, the 3rd place spot right now, as that 562 machine of Nathan Vossi and Garrett Boyd in that 21 machine. They're going to go at it as they work down the back straightaway. 3 turns, 3 and 4. The low line looking to be the best line currently on the racing surface. Boyd on that low line just gets a little bit of a better run than Vossi, and that's keeping him ahead as they work down the back straightaway. The turns 3 and 4. That low line though gonna expire at some point, I would assume, here in probably these next 10 to 15 laps, as we're coming close to checking off 1/4 of this race. Lap 10 will be starting next time by. We'll be into the double digits. Nathan Vossi up high, able to get past Garrett Boyd that time by. He's got the position. Now his attention turns to continuing to rip that high line and work his way past Kevin Hanley. Battle on back for the 5th place spot. Steve Lindau and Garrett Boyd now going at it. Don't count out Travis Johnson quite yet either. Johnson trying to get involved in the battle for that 4th place spot. As Boyd has really started to fall back now. He's under pressure from that 214 machine. This is for the 4th place spot. Boyd and Lindau swapping on left, right, and center. Stewart come back straight away. Attention, turning a little bit back towards the front. Kevin Hanley running a better line. He's closing now to Braden Eiler. Eiler going to have some pressure here as they work through turns 3 and 4. Kevin Hanley and Nathan Voss now to the back of the 37 machine. And I'd say it, it's the truth. Braden Eiler, look out because you've got company as they work their way down the back straightaway. Braden Eiler running that low line just a little bit slower. Momentum on Hanley and Vossi's side. It's like a chess game. They're playing the long game, waiting for the mistake from the 37 machine, and then they pounce. Vossi up to the top line, trying to make that boy work. Doesn't look like it does quite yet as they work through turns 3 and 4. Down the front straightaway they go. They'll be side by side, Vossi and Hanley for a brief moment as they work their way down the back straightaway. We'll go to the helicopter cam, get a view of all 3 cars through the corner. 2 distinct lines, one low, one high, and right now that low line looking to work for Eiler, but slowly but surely, Kevin Hanley and Nathan Vossi closing in. Hanley now going to look to the outside around Eiler, doesn't have the momentum quite yet. It's going to come here in 3 and 4. Doing one of those setup moves, like I said, a chess game. He lured Eiler into changing his lines, and now all the cards, all the pieces in Hanley's back pocket. To the outside goes Kevin Hanley. Eiler able to be strong off the corner once again. Down through turns 3 and 4 they go. We'll ride on board with Nathan Vossi. Get a look at the battle for the race lead. You can just hear the throttle control here from our current 3rd place driver as he works his magic, trying to stay on the back of these top 2. A mistake from either one of the top 2 drivers would spell disaster for them, but would spell opportunity for the Vossi in the back of the field. Connection issues a little bit for Hanley here as he's going in and out. And gets it back under control. We see Tim Nichols pulling into the pit lane, keeping an eye on the battle for the race lead momentarily as they're going to have some lap traffic out in front of them. That pink machine, Roger Wagner running in the back. He's going to be probably there. We're past the halfway point with 18 laps to go now. Braden Eiler, your leader. Kevin Hanley and Nathan Vossi, your top 3. Still, though, Kevin Hanley looking in on the race lead. He's trying to make something work, trying to find something in order to catch and pass the leader Eiler. The gap a little bit further back closes a little bit as well. It was up about 2.5 seconds a few laps ago. Now down to just about 2. These drivers in the back starting to close in a little bit more. And I think one driver who's ready to make a move here is Nathan Vossi. Vossi has seen enough from Hanley, kind of stayed behind him for a little bit. Now Vossi going to go on to the attack, see if he can work his way up into that 2nd place spot and even chase down the 37, the leader, Braden Eiler. Up high is Vossi, and Hanley runs just a better line. Go to block him off now. To the inside goes Vossi. Down to the inside of Hanley, just trying to make something work. Doesn't quite work as they work down the back straightaway. Taking a look at the battle for the top 3 now. These are your top 3 cars. Got a few battles a little bit further back in the pack as well. Travis Johnson, Steve Lindau, and Garrett Boyd all going at it. But once again, the battle is at the front. Lap traffic going to play a factor here. Roger Wagner sits right there in that pink car. You can just see him on the left of the screen. What does the front pack do in order to work around that 31 machine? Eiler side by side with the lap traffic, making it work. Now Hanley gonna try and use said lap traffic to his advantage. Doesn't quite work. He's gonna have to slide on out. Coming down to 10 laps to go this time by. 10 laps up and down. We're ready. 30 laps in, 10 laps to go. Let's do this. Crunch time here at Volusia as Volusia has fallen way down, fallen way back. Not 100% sure what happened to that 520 or 256 machine by mistake. And we've got 9 laps to go now, and Kevin Hanley getting ready to throw the kitchen sink at Braden Eiler. Still just keeping an eye on the battle for the second place spot. We'll go back a little bit more as the one machine of Jacob Schmutz challenging, trying to break into the top 5 here late here at Volusia, keeping an eye on the battle for 5th. Going back up to the fight for the race lead with 7 laps to go. Kevin Hanley really has to figure something out. Now Eiler gonna block out the direction, and a caution flag has been thrown. An issue for some of the further cars back. And we will go yellow. Just when it was starting to get good, we have issues for Roger Wagner and Jacob Schmutz. We'll go back and take a look here at what happened. You can see Wagner on the low line. And I think if he's not, he's going to go through 1 and 2. Oh, he's going to clip the inside wall, get it spun around. Schmutz going to T-bone him. The yellow flag will come out with just 7 laps to go. Seven laps to go, and Braden Eiler right now, your race leader, but he was under a lot of pressure from Kevin Hanley there near the end of the season. Sorry, of the race. And he's going to have just a few laps to potentially seal it. Lights off on the iRacing pace truck, going green this time by. And we're going to have a 6-lap shootout to decide the winner of the first night of the DSRL Monday Night Big Block Modified Series. Eiler, Hanley, Vossi, your top 3. Don't count out Garrett Boyd in the 4th place spot. They'll work their way through turns 3 and 4, and we're green once again here at Volusia. A good restart for Braden Eiler. Kevin Hanley falls back to just about where he was before that yellow flag came out. Passing going on a little bit further back in the pack as we keep an eye on your race leader, Braden Eiler. Side by side with Kevin Hanley. Hanley going in and out a little bit now. Just trying to stay there. Garrett Boyd in that 4th place spot was challenging Nathan Vossi there for a short second. Didn't have it quite yet. Caution on the raceway. We'll go yellow once again, and we'll try to finish this one under green once again. Buddy Ware and Larry Moody getting together, it seems, this time through. We'll take a look at what happened here to the 73 and the 49 machine. They work down the back straight away into 3 and 4. Oh, a little bit of contact there between the two of them. Moody almost gets scooped. Oh, Moody does get scooped. Roger Wagner gets a piece of him, sends him to the infield. And we will go yellow once again here at Volusia with just 4 laps remaining. So this one getting good. Braden Nyler right now, your race leader, Nathan Rossi, right behind him though. Not one to sit back. He'll have 3 laps to make his move. Where the move will come, nobody knows. When it will come, nobody knows. Monday nights always seem to be a good time for some sneaky moves. And we are ready potentially for one tonight as the drivers see the 1-2 green. Lights off on the iRacing pace truck. Drivers going to pack themselves back on up as we get ready to go back. Green flag racing here at Volusia. A 3-lap shootout to decide the night. As Eiler works into turns 3 and 4, we're green, hopefully, for the final time tonight. Eiler, a good restart. 3 wide, a little bit further back for the 3rd place spot. That's Lindau, Boyd, and Johnson. Boyd gonna get shuffled back. Lindau gonna move into that 3rd place spot. As it is all Braden Eiler out front with 2 laps to go. Keeping an eye on the battle for the 2nd place spot. That 526 machine holding down that the 214 car holding down that 3rd place spot. White flag coming out here for Braden Eiler. 1 lap to go here for Eiler. What does he have in order to make his way to victory lane? Nathan Vossi up high, gonna try and make something work through turns 3 and 4. It's gonna be Braden Eiler, who will come out of turn number 4 and win night 1 of the Dirt Slingers Racing League Monday Night Big Block Modified Series. Nathan Vossi will come home 2nd. Steve Lindau brings it home in 3rd. As all attention turns to the 37 machine of Braden Eiler, picking up his first feature win of the season. As we get our top 3 drivers all putting it on the front straightaway. We will get to talk to our drivers here. As we will get to have a chat with our winner on the night here. The driver out of Pennsylvania in that number 37 machine, Braden Eiler. Braden, you got a copy?
Yep.
Well, well, well. It was definitely an interesting race to say the very least. You go quick time on the night. Some late cautions came out there. How were you kind of feeling when you saw that initial yellow fly?
I had no clue what to think because my car was absolutely awful in the feature. I was pretty good in the beginning. I could roll the bottom nice like I had been all night, but I just couldn't get any drive. Once it started to move up and, once it started to get a little bit slicker, I just couldn't get enough drive in the car to be able to run it how I want it to. So I pretty much, once I felt like the bottom was going away, I searched about the whole race just because I needed to keep myself on my toes because I knew I was getting pressured, and then, you just don't know where they're at. So you got to try something You got to try to find something a little bit better, and see if you can pull away at all. But kind of sucks for Kevin because I know he was definitely quite a bit better than me, and I know he had internet issues. So would have liked to have seen what would have happened if he didn't blank out.
Definitely unfortunate to see, but you move up. You bring home the win tonight, first win in the series, and of course, long series coming up, about 8 rounds. How excited are you for the next coming races, knowing that you got a little momentum on your side?
Oh yeah, I just got to figure the cars out a little bit more. I really haven't been on here much at all. I kind of just come and go as I feel like it, and try and get on and have a little bit of fun. Trying to take anything super serious at the moment, but maybe we'll figure the cars out a little bit for next race and see if we can get a little better.
And who do you need to thank for your win tonight before we let you go and celebrate?
Just everybody at All Was Up. Nobody. I mean, this is the big block deal is kind of my own baby. I'm kind of the only one that really dabbles into these for the most part, but still got to thank them guys just for being around. Although everybody's been kind of absent at the moment, but and also got to thank everybody who lets me be involved in their rear racing stuff too, as it's a major contributor to speed on here as well.
Braden Nyler, once again, congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Braden Nyler picks up the feature win on the night here at Volusia, and we'll move on to our second place driver, the man in the 562 machine, Nathan. And Nathan, you got a copy?
Yeah.
Well, you bring home a second place, and it was kind of a unconventional second place to say the very least. But walk me through that final restart. You had some fighting to do. How kind of excited are you to bring home the second place?
Oh, this is great. Absolutely love this track and these cars on this track. They really put on a great show, and it the leaders were kind of running the bottom, then sometimes running the top, and it's tough to maneuver around here, but it sure does put on a good show.
Of course, a long season and a second place to start it off, a good place to start. Momentum always something extremely important we talk about, and how good is it having a second place, knowing that you've got some momentum coming in these next few rounds.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime top three, just staying consistent. Anytime you finish in the top three, it's always good for points.
Who need to thank for your win tonight before we let you go and celebrate?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Dirtco Media House, Ram Designs, 34 Raceway, WFO Race Engines, Toro Media, Highline Racing, Sprint Car Insider, Bonehead Podcast, and Equipment Geek.
Well, Nathan, congratulations on your second place finish tonight.
All right, man. Thanks a lot.
Nathan Lassie brings home a second place finish on the night, and we will talk to our third place driver here. And the 214 machine, Mr. Steven Lindau. And Steven, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, a third place to start the season off. How good does it feel stepping up onto the podium tonight?
It feels pretty good. Better than I expected to do, number one, which is nice, and especially after missing qualifying and then moving up a little bit in the heat race and starting ninth in the feature.
Well, your hard charger on the night up 6 positions and kind of a run through the pack a little bit. You had up the fight for a pretty solid, 30-odd laps there. How good does it feel to come home, though, with a third place finish, knowing that you were able to kind of maneuver the pack as cleanly as possible?
Really good, because I know a lot of these guys in here are real good racers. I know me and Garrett had a real good battle there for, like you said, about 30 laps. I thought for sure once he got by me there, I think it was about 10 to go or so, I thought he was going to keep it. But on that last restart, I was able to get position on the bottom, and bottom was rolling pretty good.
We bring home a third place finish on the night, and who do you need to thank for your third place finish on the night before we let you go and celebrate?
I got to thank everyone over at American Dirt Motorsports. Cody Olson, big helper of the team, and then setup was Patrick Coluccio. He had a lot into that, and then our sponsors, Dirtco Media House, Ram Designs, 34 Raceway, WFO Race Engines, Toro Media, Highline Racing, Sprint Car Insider, Boneheads Podcast, and Equipment Geek.
Well, Stephen, congratulations on your third place finish tonight.
Thanks, sir.
Stephen Lindau brings home a third place finish on the night. And that being said, we will move in to running down your order quickly here. Let's take a look here at the results of our feature. Braden Nyler brings home the win with Nathan Vossi and Stephen Lindau right behind him. Travis Johnson, Garrett Boyd rounded out the top 10. Sorry, top 5. Jake Schmutz, Buddy Ware, and Larry Moody rounded out your cars on the lead lap. Kevin Hanley and Roger Wagner, cars on track, and unfortunately spots on bag for Tim Nichols, Matt Westfall, Christopher Moore, Scott Thomason, and Cody Terry. Those last 3 not making any laps in our main. So unfortunate for them. As I've been mentioning, round number 1 on the night done. Braden Eiler picks up the win. Congratulations to him, Nathan Vossi and Stephen Lindau. Steve, the card charger on the night. That was your podium. Want to remind you, we'll be back next week in action at Kokomo Raceway. Make sure to tune back in here to the Dirt Racing Network. If you have any interest or want to join the league, make sure to get in touch with Roger Wagner. He has all of the information that you are going to be looking for. Want to thank all of our supporters out of the Dirt Racing Network, Racer Supply, Tim Sims, 1-8 Electric, SSR, and Scott King Design for all they do for the Dirt Racing Network. Want to remind you to keep your eyes on the Dirt Racing Network for more racing coming up here real shortly. We've got some new series coming on up that is definitely going to be ones to watch. Want to remind you, keep the racing at the track. Make sure to drive safely wherever you are going. We hope to see you next week back at Kokomo. Come take a little trip with me and hope that we have as good of a feature as we had tonight. For myself, Zach Krieger, Roger Wagner at the Dirt Racing Network, we thank you for tuning in tonight. We hope to